When you're looking for teams to represent Monster, and I think you told me once there are 300, at least in motorsports alone, and I know you have thousands of athletes, but when you're looking for a new team and they want to approach you because they think they're a good fit, do you look at decks and proposals? Do you take phone calls? Do you take emails? What's the method that a team can reach you? This session is going to be about decks and proposals, and we'll talk about what works and what's effective. But what has worked for those 300 motorsports teams that you currently work with in terms of getting your attention?
Yeah, in my case, with decks, I mean, and I'm probably like a lot of these people, on the call. You receive a stack come, like October and November, and because that's sort of the timeline of everybody's budget. Again, I think that when you're looking for sponsorship, you have to have some idea of what's really going on, and you have to ask the questions. You have to ask, when are their budgets? In Japanese manufacturers, their budgets come out in June or July. So everybody's year end kind of moves. And you should, try and understand when they're getting new money. You should try and understand, what riders or what racers are coming and going. Don't just think that, hey, look, at just because Monster's got 6 riders, we could go with 6 more. I mean, we don't need them all. If we've got the best of the best, and they're winning, why would we need more? We don't need to keep adding more riders. And one of the things too is it starts to, when you keep adding stuff, it starts to dilute the brand, because then it doesn't, continue to be either special or authentic, because you're just adding more and more and more people, and that doesn't necessarily work all the time, so you have to be very, very careful.
You need a competitor to beat, right?
Right. You need, that's exactly it. But the proposals, proposals come in, but if it's for motocross and you see I've got already 2 or 3 teams and I've got 9 or 10 athletes, and that are winning, how are you going to enhance whatever I've got? So you have to do as a competitor. Now, if you're somebody coming up, and you want us to, look at you, 9 times out of 10, we are already looking at us. Make an introduction at a race. Make an introduction when we see you at a show. Make an introduction whenever we can see you. Just come up and say, hi, my name's such and such, because I think what happens to a lot of us, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, is that you just get a stack, every year. How do you, and one just, between trying to do your budget and trying to lay out your sales projective for the next year and everything else that goes along with that, how do you be able to get through it? I think it has to be more personal. Yes, we are looking. Yes, we are trying to find the next whomever it may be, whether it be in car racing or whether it be powerboat racing or whatever. And if there's things that you do that aren't in our portfolio, send a proposal or a PDF. I get stuff that's on, people that just write it out on a piece of paper. I can't give that to a CEO of a $6 billion company.